Hello everyone, welcome to this session. Let's discuss furthermore in this food processing, preservation, and storage. So far in our previous video, we saw the concept of all these food processing, preservation, and storage. So today, let's move on to the various methods of food processing and preservation. Mainly, there are two methods of food processing and preservation, which are traditional methods and modern methods. So far in this video, we'll be discussing about the traditional methods, starting with the concept of these traditional methods. The traditional methods, these are just the methods that are used to process and preserve food, which is the food that does not require the use of technology. They are the methods that are used to process and preserve food that doesn't require various modern technology. So therefore, are just some of them. The first one is culling. The culling, this is the first traditional method, which it involves the additional of substances such as salt, sugar, spices, and vinegar to animal foods, moist meat, and fish. As you can see there, just see how culling looks like. As you can see here, this fish is put with this salt just to preserve it. So the culling, it simply removes the water, making uh, it simply removes the water, that making it unavailable for the growth of the various microorganisms, and it also improves the taste or the flavor of the food. Sausages, bacon, and cured beef are made by this the process of the culling meat. So this is the first traditional method, that is culling. The second one is drying in the sun. This method is used to preserve foods like rice, maize, uh, cloves, banana, beans, peas, meat, fish, etc., etc. Here, the food is left for the long time, just sit on the sun in order to reduce its moisture content. Reducing the amount of water in the food, it discourages the growth of the microorganisms. As you can see, here is how this drying in the sun looks like. The food is put just out on the sun just to dry, just to remove the amount of moisture content in the food. So some food substances or just some food such as banana and cassava are cut into small pieces just to fasten the process of drying in the sun. The third one is smoking. Smoking, this is the traditional method which it is used to remove the moisture content of food to prevent growth of the microorganisms. As you can see here, a smoke is the one that is used here in this traditional method, whereby it helps to reduce the moisture content of the food just to prevent the growth of the microorganisms that can lead to the decaying of the food. Grains, meat, fish can be dried slowly over the smoking wood fire. As you can see here, these uh, fish are just uh, preserved by the smoking process, as the smoke is released from the wood fire, as you can see here. Moving on, the fourth and the last process is the cooking, whereby in this traditional method simply includes the boiling, steaming, baking in hot hash and roasting. So these processes just help there to soften food, improve the flavor, and preserve the food. Example, potatoes, bananas, and maize can be boiled before being dried. So this is the other traditional method of food preservation. Now, the other one is trading the granaries and the pits. These dry grains are stored in granaries, which are usually raised above the ground. So this is the other traditional method, whereby the dry grains are stored in these granaries. So the grains are sometimes mixed with the leaf ash or groundnuts oil, just to further prevent the attack by the microorganisms, which can lead to the decay. The granaries keep the grains safe from insects, rodents, and birds also. Example, harvested yams, potatoes, and cassava can be stored in large pits in the ground after drying. Now let's see the various advantages of this traditional method of food processing and preservation and storage. If I just some of them, they are simple and they can be done by most people. They are usually very easily, so they are very simple and it can be done by most people. The second one, that they use locally available materials and the simple technology, thus keeping costs low or slow. So Yes, the cost is very low as it uses the local available materials in the simple technology. The third one is that no harmful chemicals added to the food. Fourth one that carrying is the smoking add the distinctive flavor. So the traditional methods such as discarding and smoking just helps to add the flavor to the food. And last but not least, most methods do not destroy the nutrients that are available in the food that it says. In terms of the disadvantages, the food can be preserved and stored for the limited period of time, so you cannot go overboard for a longer time. In these traditional methods, they are manual and thus difficult to apply on larger scale. So larger scale can be a little bit difficult. So they are most used for the small scale. And last but not least, the traditional methods are highly limited in the variety of food that can be processed, preserved, and stored. So the traditional methods are very highly limited to variety of foods. Some foods they cannot be uh, kept or preserved by these traditional methods. So that's all I have for this video. Please clear discuss the various methods of food processing. We've seen that there are two of them, traditional and the modern methods. So far, I've discussed the traditional methods. We've seen various of them and their advantages and their disadvantages. Thank you.